this project, which I've been working on for 3 years, which has been looking at the industrial waste sites in Niagara Falls and Buffalo, I wanted to connect it up with Michigan. And then when I discovered a few weeks ago that the materials that we are trying to get rid of are coming here, I thought this was a really nice connection. I like the kind of mundane landscape that has these buried histories that we know nothing about, right? And I, in some ways, like the more boring, the more interesting to me. So I found this site, and I was really interested in the spot that I kind of grabbed because it shows you the airport, the waste site, airplanes, this, like for me it's kind of dynamic. So I'm making a panoramic drawing while I'm here, and I'm kind of interested in just a really simple documenting, bearing witness in a very slow way. I'm amazed at the scale. I'm also always amazed at how contained and beautiful and neat these things look, how kind of gorgeously modern they are, and then how completely dark and full of history and how they got here. So this site takes a material called norm and tenorm. Norm is naturally occurring radioactive material, and tenorm is technically enhanced, naturally occurring radioactive materials. So I became interested in this site because I had been drawing toxic waste sites in Niagara Falls, starting with, or kind of came out of research about love canals. So Love Canal was a story that exploded in like 78 to 80, and it was because this school and subdivision was built on this toxic waste site and PCBs were coming up. But if you look at sightings, you find continuously that schools, ball fields, parks, all of these things tend to be right in proximity of the nastiest site. So none of that has really changed. When I go some places, I sometimes use my dosimeter just to make sure it's not too hot. But you can turn it on, you'll really like the... That just shows you what the background radiation is, which should be like 7 to 10. But if I take this to a hot spot, and I'm drawing like usually at a pretty safe distance, I don't really want to be inhaling radon and radioactive materials. That's a very typical background level for here. 6, 7, 12, something like that. It'll change constantly. You ready for magic? I'm interested in a kind of bearing witness. I'm interested in burial. I'm interested in buried sites. I have been interested in that for a long time outside of garbage. Like landscape history, what's marked, what's known about it, how things just covered over wildflowers, but how we erase history, what we remember.